Hi there everyone, my name is Drea. This is my podcast channel. I do have a main channel just simply titled drealost. It has some gaming content and some anime content and a little bit of other types of contents that I am planning on expanding a bit more as much as I can. Editing videos takes time after all. So for this podcast, I am aiming it to be an anime podcast but with layers, so like the main focus will be like anime or anime related content, but also will include different types of stuff as well as I ramble on about stuff. I'm releasing 2 episodes. So the first one is this one, which is I'm going to talk about relationships, starting from the ones in animes, and then giving a few examples from other types as well, like TV shows or etc. And hopefully when you listen to this episode and the other episode, which is going to be about emotos, you'll kind of get where I'm going with this podcast. Maybe. Who knows? Only time will tell. Alrighty then, with the sort of intro out of the way, let's begin. So today's topic is relationships. So let's see how animes portray relationships with characters. For example, let's take into account the relationship in Tonikaku Kawaii, or Over the Moon for You, even though in the cover photo it also writes Fly Me to the Moon, which, you know, that's a great song. I enjoyed this song. It came out in 2020, October 3rd to December 19. So it's been almost 2 years. It has 12 episodes. It was a really fun anime. I don't think we'll get a season 2 of it, which is kind of sad. But it was nice. I really enjoyed watching it. And if you ever wanted to remember the word kawaii, this is the anime for you. Definitely, because, you know, the male lead especially will just keep going kawaii or tonikaku kawaii and be totally in love, which I get it, because like, who can blame him? She's pretty cool. He's also not so bad. He has his talents and whatnot, even though it is shrouded in mystery and whatnot. But anyway, so in this relationship we see a married couple, you know, just go about their day in like a slice of life type of way, plus mysteries, you know. But they do try to show a little bit of what it's like to like be married to someone else. We see how friends react to them getting married, family reacting to them, and so on and so forth. But of course, you know, for them they never really stray from each other, which is, you know, it's just a very cute, you know, warm and fuzzy kind of type of anime, where the relationship is just, you know, you just love to see them, even though they're not doing anything like over the top or anything, and it's just him taking a million pictures of the girl. It's just fun to see. Okay, and then she taking in charge of what kind of ring she wants and how expensive it needs to be, because, you know, like some people, like I watched a few game shows where the girls explicitly say, unless it has, you know, this amount of diamonds or carats or blah 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 blah, or unless it's this expensive, I will not say yes to that person. Okay, like so it was refreshing to see her stance on the whole ring thing as well. So yeah, this is just a whole type of warm fuzzy one if you want to just see a relationship of just people being just ooey gooey, really in love with each other, and just, you know, have a good time with some crazy moments. We'll say that. Okay, so let's check. So the next one I want to talk about with relationships is a little bit more recent. So it came out in 2022 January, and it was until March of 2022 as well. It got 12 episodes, and let's see if anyone can guess which anime I'm going to talk about next, with me just saying that the female lead is blonde, okay, and the male lead has black hair. I'll give you a few seconds. Think about it. Came out this year. Which anime am I talking about right now? And you probably are screaming to your screen, or you're all like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'll tell you. And the answer was we dress up darling. Yeah, well, my dress up darling, or sono bis doll wa koi wo suru. So if you've never seen this, I do recommend it. It's pretty fun. I think we are getting to the second season, so that's nice. Aside from the main female lead needing a little bit, you know, she needs to learn a little bit of boundaries, we get plenty of fan service in this one. And when I say plenty, I mean, you know, plenty. Okay, let's be honest here. If you just Google it, you'll see what I mean. But aside from that, we also see, you know, how it is to first just interact with people that, you know, your interests might overlap each other. Like, he's good with, you know, sewing stuff and whatnot and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but the girl is interested in cosplaying, and she, you know, tried to make her own outfit, which is, you know, commendable. Okay, she tried, and she knows she tried. At least she accepted that fact that she tried. And then you can kind of see how their relationship develops into, you know, have some moments of doki 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 and oh, I'm blushing and whatnot. Which is always fun to watch, you know, especially if the characters we're watching it from are entertaining. I do enjoy it, so yeah, why not, you know? Because, like, some characters you really don't care, you don't want to watch them, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's all like, when will this be over? I'm watching this, but when will this be over kind of moment. I never got that with these guys. I especially like the art in the ending song. Yeah. But that being said, I have watched an anime where we can see different people's relationships to each other, where I keep saying, when will this end? And is there any positive note to this anime? And yes, this is one that's might shock you, might not shock you, I don't know. I've seen people really like this one, but I don't really like it. Like, almost all the girls are like meh for me, and the guys like ugh. So the next one I want to talk about is Rent a Girlfriend. So I only watched season 1. I know there's a season 2. As far as I know, there should be a season 2, but I only watched season 1. You know, I was hoping maybe there will be some kind of shining light towards some girl, like one of them will be good. But they all just had like something that I just could not get behind, or just I'm all like, girl, just why? Just leave it. Just go. And I know there's a lot of people that did like that anime. I don't know why personally, but you know, you do you. But it was interesting to see a different type of relationship where it could be, you know, where it could be manifested from. So like, for anyone that doesn't know what this anime is, it's in the title, like, Rent a Girlfriend. So you actually do rent a girlfriend, which of course they tell you what they will accept and won't accept. Like, if you want to hold hands, it's a different kind of thing, or if you want to, you know, a girlfriend experience, you got to tell them before that, you know, so they'll be really nice to people, or they'll be really nice to you, etc, etc. It depends on what you're looking for, you know. Like, I like the concept, I like everything about the characters. So that's way to say, like, like, your concept is okay to me, but I did not like your character, so it's like bust for me. But who knows, I don't know. I was planning on checking out season 2 for maybe some redeeming moments, but I have yet to check it out. So as of now, I can't really comment on season 2 or overall what the experience is about. But it's just interesting, you know, to see what it's like if you do, if you're single and you just rent a girlfriend for a day and just want to experience that, you know, you just want to say, oh yeah, I do have a girlfriend, even though the next day you won't have them because, you know, you only had them for a day. But, you know, it's a different type of thing. It's quite interesting. Who knows? These are not all the types of relationships you'll see in anime. There's a ton of other examples and blah, 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 whatnot. But let's check other stuff. Like, anime is doing relationships in this way, in this kind of light. And then we have reality TV shows where there's just so much drama when you watch them. Like, that's why you watch them, though. You watch them for the train wreck, plus drama, plus what are you guys doing? And also thinking to yourself, yeah, at least I'm better than this guy. Or, man, I will treat my partner better than they do to each other because they are just so toxic. It's so much drama. It's Just why? Just why? So for an example, there's Love is Blind for a reality TV show. I'm up to date. I watched until season 3. I'm just waiting for new episodes for season 3. There's also Love is Blind Japan and Love is Blind Brazil. I did like the Japan one more because in a way it is kind of less drama than the US one. And it had more, I don't know, touchy moments, I feel like. I'm not saying the Love is Blind had no like nice moments, where you actually like the person you propose to. I mean, like, no one forced you to propose to that person, but you're like bad mouthing them so much. I'm all like, why did you even propose to them? I'm like, what was the point? It's a different kind of light where you can see what people think relationships are or how they act in relationships. Of course, a lot of stuff is scripted and it's reality TV show, so it's as real as it possibly is, but it's just very it gives you a lot of pointers that you should avoid, I don't know, treating people like this way because it just doesn't look good. Sometimes you don't know how something is going to come out unless you see it for yourself an outside perspective, because sometimes when you're in the situation you're just way too heated for whatever reason and you don't know what are you doing or anything like that. So it helps with that, I suppose. I don't know, maybe someone decided to really enjoy their relationship more when they watch this kind of TV. Who knows? I don't know. Another one is The Ultimatum, which is hosted by the same people that host Love is Blind. Now this one was even more dramatic because two people are in a relationship. One person's all like, okay, you either marry me or we break up. That's it. I've had enough of you, type of thing. So they are starting, like, the tension is way high, if you ask me. Like, if you're telling someone to either marry you or you're done with it, that is just high level tensions and whatnot. And then you have to watch them be with someone else for like 3 weeks, and then you get them back after that. And then you get to live with them for 3 weeks as well. So you first threaten them in a way because you're giving them an ultimatum, and then you watch them be chummy with someone else, and then you get them back, and then sometimes they will compare you to the person that they were just with. Shocker. Who would have thought that would happen? Or they realize that, wait a minute, maybe I'm not in the best relationship I could be for myself. Weird. It's just, this is also educational, I believe. You can see how people treat others as far as we see in the reality TV show in this. And you can be all like, yeah, I won't be that person, or at least I will try to be more understanding, or I will at least speak my thoughts to the one I have a problem with and not just the camera crew, and then go to them like nothing happened, even though I just ranted about them saying, I don't like you, this, that, but then you go to them and you're all like, you just roll your eyes and say whatever. I mean, they did not hear what you said to that camera crew, okay? They will later, though. They'll find out later, but they did not hear in that moment. So how are they going to know why you're upset with them? Unless you tell them, Yeah, so the biggest lesson of watching reality TV shows is communication is important if you are in a relationship. That's what I feel that teaches you. There's also that reality TV show with Married at First Sight. So you just, you dress up, you go to the altar, you see someone, and then you're like, yeah, okay, I'll marry you, and say, yes, I'll marry them. And then bam, you're married. And then you get to spend 3 to 4 weeks with them, and then you can be all like, maybe I'll divorce you, who knows, type of thing, The way you're matched in that one is that there's like 3 people that, put you through interviews and whatnot without you, of course, seeing any of the other candidates on the other side. And then they match you up with people that they think you'd be a good match to, So you try to believe in the people that match you up according to what they learned from the other person, which is not a bad thing. So you're just being match made, and you're just trying to, believe in the process of it. But often the time, the reason why it doesn't really go that well is because one of the parties are just not being honest of what they're actually looking for. Like, they can say all these words, and say, yeah, I'll treat them in this way, or yeah, I'm looking for a partnership, and blah blah blah. But then when you see their actions, like, completely nowhere near how they were presenting themselves, But that's life. You just try sometimes. But of course, never ignore red flags, okay? Because up until certain points, depending on how old you are, when you meet someone or you're starting the relationship out and whatnot and stuff like that, you have till that point, gone through certain events in your life. You've learned certain stuff. You growed from certain stuff and whatnot. So if you think something seems off, it probably is. Or at least you will, tell to yourself, okay, let me ask them about why they did this, because it's been bothering me, and instead of bottling it up and then exploding to them for no reason, I should just ask them, to try to settle this nagging feeling. Of course, if it does get settled, the feeling, and then it comes back up again, then you might try to assess it from an outside perspective. All in all, what I wanted to say is that, relationships can take any turn of events. Like, sure, if you go to the core of it, it's just, one person and the other person decide to go out and be together with each other, and then that should be it, right? But it can always just go out and just turn into something else, or you could just be in the beginning of liking someone, or you could actually just marry them, or you could just be all like, yeah, I'll try you out, see how it goes, type of things and stuff like that. But it's just nice to see it from different kind of angles and different time of storytelling in a way. Because even if reality TV shows are heavily edited, there is like some kind of storytelling that the editors are trying to show you, like where to go to and what you can observe for yourself from what you're watching and whatnot. So I don't know. Anyways, so for another relationship thing, I also read webtoons, and one of the webtoons I'm reading right now is Another Love, and that one, oh boy. No. See, that girl had a nagging feeling, and she kind of ignored stuff, what I'm going to say without spoiling too much. So for that webtoon, if you want to kind of see what it is to be in a toxic relationship, is all I'm going to say without spoiling it too much, just read that. And you'll see. It's not completed or anything, but it is more on the darker side. So if you don't like that type of story, you might want to skip it, I'd say. I don't know how long I am aiming for these podcast episodes to be, honestly. We'll see how long the other podcast episode will be. But I think that's a good point for now to just end it with my ramblings. Maybe you guys got what I'm trying to say, my point across. And what I mean when I'm saying this is an anime podcast with different layers about it, who knows? But if you did enjoy this podcast, please leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel and whatnot. And I will see you in episode 2, which is going to be about imotos, or little sisters specifically, because the older sisters deserve a separate podcast episode, but I'm going for the big ones, and that's going to be imotos, because that's the first thing that pops to my mind when I think about siblings, especially in anime, are usually the imotos before anyone else. Or maybe that's just because I watch too many animes with one of the main characters being a little sister. Who knows? Okay. But anyways, I'll say goodbye for now. Take care and just bye. Bye.